Hello, boys and girls. We are going to repeat our vowel team sounds before we start today. Repeat after me. A-I, bait A. A-Y, play A. E-E, jeep E. E-A, eat E. E-Y, key E. O-I, coin Oi. O-Y, boy Oi. O-A, boat O. O-E, toe O. O-W, snow O. O-W, plow ow. O-U, trout owl. O-U, soup oo. O-O, school ool. O-O, book U-E, blue oo. U-E, rescue U. E-W, chew oo. A-U, August all. A-W, saw all. Real quick, before we keep going, I'm going to look just on this right side at our vowel sounds. A, apple, A, safe, A. E, ed, E, Pete, E. I, itch, I, pine, I. O, octopus, O, home, O. U, up, U, mule, U. U, rule, oo. Excellent job repeating our vowel sounds and vowel teams. Today, we are going to talk about, first we're going to start with our word of the day, and then we're going to talk about different types of suffixes or endings that we can add to our words. On the side, you notice that I put all of my sounds. If a word ends in one of these sounds, we are going to add ES to make the word plural, to show more than one, instead of just S. So over here, I have two different suffixes. On my suffix frame, I have the S and the ES. So here's my word of the day. If you'll notice on my word of the day, I do have three vowels. I notice that the E is going to go with the U because he has a job. He's telling the U to say its name. So I can't separate those. So I'm going to separate my I and my U. But I have three consonants in between. And I have to figure out where to separate it. Whenever we have a consonant blend, I never want to break up my consonant blend. Can you see a blend in between here? My CL is a consonant blend, so I do not want to break those up. So I'm going to slide this word apart right here, just so I can see the syllables. If we were going to write this word, it would not have a space in between it, but I do want to see the space where I divide my syllables. So my first syllable is going to go on the first syllable frame. What's my first syllable? N. And my second syllable is clude. Altogether, my word is include. Include. So if I wanted to add an S or an ES to the end of this word, I'm just going to use the S because it ends in the E. So include becomes includes. And in this case, this is a verb, so it's actually showing action, not more than one. This is not a plural word. This is showing an action. Miss Trombley includes the other teachers and students in the building. Includes. See if you can come up with your own sentence to write with the word of the day. Press pause while you do that. All right, we're going to move on to our next word of the day. Here's our next word that we're just going to practice today. You don't need to write a sentence with it, but let's see what our first syllable says. Our first syllable is the same as we had on that last screen, on the last word, in, and our second syllable is vent. Good. So now I have this word invent. I'm putting the word all together, invent. And I can add many different suffixes to the end of this word. If I use ing, I am showing that the action is happening now. I am inventing a new product right now. If I use my ed suffix, I'm showing something that has already happened. I invented a new product yesterday. I can use any of these suffixes. I can also use the S to show invents. So let's look at this word, and we're going to find the base word and the suffix. So my word is invents. What's the base word? Invent. And what is my suffix? S. Let's do it with another word. What is my whole word? Invented. What is my base word? Invent. What is the suffix? Good, the suffix is ed. So I would underline my base word and circle the suffix if I were marking this word, okay? All right, let's try it with this other one more time. I'm going to add a different suffix to the end. What is my whole word? Inventing. What is my base word? Invent. And my suffix is ing. I would underline the base word and circle the suffix. The base word is always going to be on these gray syllable frames or white, and my suffix is always going to be on the bright yellow frame. My word is inventing. Let's try another word. I built another word at the bottom of my screen. What's the first syllable? Fin. Second syllable, ish. And when I put it all together, it becomes finish. Finish. This word ends with my SH sound. Remember, my SH sound is going to need ES at the end. So I'm going to bring ES over, and we're going to figure out what our new word is now that I have added my suffix to it. Does not want to come over. Come on. There we go. All right, what is my whole word? My whole word is finishes. She finishes her work on time. What's my base word? Finish. And my suffix or my ending is es. Finishes. What if I traded that for a different suffix or a different ending? My base word is still finish, but now I added a suffix ed to the end. What's my new word? Finished. I finished my work yesterday. What's the base word? Finish. And my suffix is ed. I can do the same thing with our other suffix if it wants to come. What's my whole word? Finishing. Finishing. I am finishing the paint in the playroom. Finishing. What's the base word? Finish. And when I add my suffix, ing, the whole word is finishing. Good. We're going to try a few of these on our own. We're going to have to really tap and sound out those words to make sure that we find all the parts. It's easy to write down the words quickly, but it's also very easy to forget a sound when we do that. So we definitely want to tap, stretch, and sound out these words. My first word may be a familiar word that we've already done. My word is athletes. Athletes. What's the base word? Athlete is my base word. Now we're going to break apart our base word into its syllables. The first syllable is ath. Write that down. Ath. The second syllable is leet. Eat. Make sure that E is going to say its name. Okay, if you're not ready, as always, just press pause. I'm going to show you mine. So I'm thinking about my first syllable, ath. And I'm going to go ahead and scoop that so I don't forget. That's my first syllable, leet. And the E needs to say its name. So I'm going to add another E right here. Athlete. These are my two syllables. Athlete. I can mark those syllables, vowel, consonant, E. And that one is closed. The first syllable is closed. It has a short A sound. And now I just had to add my suffix. Athlete, athletes. And I'm just going to add a S. Athlete, athletes. Excellent. We're going to try another word. Insulting. Insulting. What is my base word? Just take off the suffix. Insult. Insult. So let's think about that first syllable. In. Go ahead and write that on your paper. In. My second syllable is salt. Make sure you listen for all those sounds. S-a-ult. Salt. If you're not ready, just press pause. In is my first syllable. Salt is my second syllable. Insult. And then I'm going to add my suffix. Insulting. Insulting. What is my suffix? ing. And of course, you can mark everything else in that word too. We do have closed syllables and short vowels. If you want to mark that part as well, that's perfectly fine. Let's try another one. Expected. Expected. What's our base word? Expect. So I took off just the suffix. Expect, my first syllable. X. Go ahead and write X. My second syllable, I like to go ahead and scoop it so I don't forget. Expect. Pect. I'm going to go ahead and write my second syllable. So I've got expect, expect, and then I need to make it expected. What suffix am I going to add? I'm going to add ed to the end. Expected. Of course, you can mark everything else in these words too. These are short vowels and closed syllables. That's totally fine. All right, one last word today. Exhales. Exhales. She exhales from her mouth. Exhales. What's my base word? Exhale. And my first syllable is X. X. Go ahead and write that. X. And that's my first syllable, so I'm going to scoop it. My second syllable is hail. A-L. And we can go ahead and write that second syllable too and mark it. I'm going to go ahead and write mine too. A-L. Remember, this E is telling the A to say its name. And I'm going to scoop my second syllable. And all I need to do now is remember what my suffix is. Exhale, exhales. So I'm going to add my suffix to the end of this word, and my suffix is S. My first syllable is closed, and my second syllable is vowel consonant E. Excellent job with these longer and harder words. We are now adding suffixes to the end of our multisyllabic words. Nice job.